Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sandy and this is Topic Beauty. I have had many requests from family, friends, coworkers, just people that I know to show them how I do my makeup. I've always sort of been reluctant because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just someone who loves makeup. I'm someone who's been doing my makeup, my own makeup. I've done makeup on other people, but not professionally. So I decided to give this a go sort of this way. Rather than doing a full face of makeup the way I do my makeup on a daily basis, because if you're new to makeup or if you're just getting into makeup, spending an hour to 2 hours sometimes plus is you're not going to do it. You're going to give up. And many of the people that have asked me to show them how I do my makeup are people who want it to be simplistic. So we're going to try to do that with this little series that I've kind of put together. We're going to break it down into small, easy pieces. Just do one look at a time, and each time we progress, we're going to just layer one more technique, one more extra shadow. Maybe we'll just try some different things. None of these looks are hard. In fact, the makeup that I do every single day isn't, I don't think, technically hard. It's just time consuming, and I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my eyeshadow looks. I like them to look like they're part of my skin. I don't like, this is my skin, this is my shadow. I like it to sort of blend and sort of look like it's coming from within me, from part of me. So just a quick overview. We'll start with short, easy looks. Then we'll move from there to tiny bit harder looks each time. Not hard, but just a little bit more. We'll build on it every single time that we sit down here. So we'll just move into, and for right now, we'll do eye looks. We'll move on to, as you can see, my face is on. I have, my eyebrows are done, my base is done, my lipstick's on. And the reason I've done that is because I want to keep it simple. I want to keep these videos rather short for the first few anyway. We'll get into what products are, what they're used for, why are they used, in the manner, in the progression that they're used. So let's get started. Let's get our things together. So today we're going to need two eyeshadows, two matte eyeshadows. One of those eyeshadows is going to be kind of your skin color, and the other one's going to be slightly darker, or whatever shade you want to use, whatever shade that's going to make you feel comfortable today, right now, using this look. This is going to be easy peasy, really kind of just eyeshadow on your lid look. For your eyeshadow brushes, you are going to need, you're going to need an eyeshadow primer. We're going to get into why eyeshadow primers are important, but just, if you don't have one today, cool, fine. Get one for next time or the time after, whatever. You can get cheaper ones, you can get more expensive ones. This one's kind of mid-range price. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I think I got it as a free gift. I don't know. Somewhere, somehow, somebody gave this to me. I don't think I bought it, but I quite like it. We are going to use a pencil brush, which is one of these. This one's not dirty. It's just a natural hairbrush, and it's a little bit stained. It's fine. It's a nice little tiny brush. And you're going to need two blender brushes. These are not expensive brushes. These actually came in, they're brushes that came in eyeshadow palettes that I bought. They're fine. If that's what you have, use them. That's what we're going to use today, just for fun. So I'm going to grab those two shadows. You're going to grab an eyeliner, which I did not grab, and we're just going to grab a for today we're going to grab a black sort of gel liner. For my eyeshadow palette, we're going to use Sigma Enchanted. I actually have only used this a couple of times. This is what it looks like here. It is so, so pretty. So I'm thinking that I'll do a very basic neutral look on this side. I'll do the same look on my right side, my right eye, but I'll use color. Instead of using neutral colors, I'll use the purple in this palette, just so you can see how you can do the same technique over and over again, just using different colors, if that's what you want to do. Okay, so we are going to prime our eyes. You can take the primer on the back of your hand you can apply it with your finger. That's what I'm going to do on one side. Just apply that all over your lid. I know it's scary because it looks so drastically different, but it'll be fine. Just trust me. I never trust people who say trust me, but trust me. And I always take my sponge to just kind of take off any excess. And I also take a tiny, tiny bit and I go on my lower lash. And I'm going to take just a brush, whatever brush. It's not a big deal brush. It's actually a brush I don't use for anything except for applying primer. So if you're not cool using your fingers, just apply that. Kind of even underneath. And just kind of tap off any excess with your sponge. Eyeshadow primer will also help your eyeshadow to last longer. It just looks more crisp. It looks more clean. It just looks so much prettier. You can buy a very cheap, inexpensive eyeshadow primer. I've never used the one from e.l.f., but I know people who do use it and they like it. I think it's $6 or $8, and it'll probably last you a long time because it's quite a large tub. I have their Poreless Putty Primer. It's a face primer. This is $8. This is really good. Excuse me. We'll learn about that another day. We're going to grab our darker shadow with a blending brush. So, like I said, I'm going to try not to forget. For our left eye, we are going to go in with Innocent, which is this color right here. This is just a nice pinky pink color, and we're just going to go back and forth, blending this right over the crease in our orbital bone. Just back and forth. Don't be afraid. Just kind of back and forth. I'm just kind of swiping like windshield wiper motions and stamping at the same time, and then back and forth, and then stamping again where I want that shadow to be, and then back and forth. Your back and forth blending, that's your blending motion, okay? So see how it's just a tiny, tiny bit of color. If you want to go back into that color and just add some more, you go ahead and do that. if you want to bring it up slightly higher, I like to bring my eyeshadow up on my eye. See this bone right here? My bone comes up like right here. So I like to bring that shadow all the way up there. And bring it out if you want to. If you're not comfortable with that, just keep it right on your lid, right where your bone ends. My bone ends right here. I bring it out a tiny bit more. Bring it to the point where you're comfortable with it. I think that looks pretty good. So that same shade with the same brush on our lower lid. Don't be afraid. A lot of people are afraid to bring eyeshadow down there because it, oh, I banged my elbow. It kind of powder settles into fine lines. Everybody has fine lines. I'm 49 years old. I definitely have fine lines. I don't care. I'm not wearing makeup to hide my age. I'm wearing makeup because I like makeup. I've been told by many people, usually people in their fucking 20s or 30s, telling me that I shouldn't wear color makeup. I should just wear very neutral makeup. I'm gonna wear what I like. I'm just gonna bring a little bit more of that shadow right here. So see how we have this side very flat. It's very flat. And this side, you can see a little bit of definition. There's a little bit of color. Like I said, this is a very neutral color. You're just gonna keep blending that shadow until you get the opacity that you want. I like this. This is fine. This is pretty. I like it. Next, we're going to take our eyeliner. I'm going to use ColourPop. This is, I think it's called Swerve, but it's black. So we're going to take that on our lash line, and we're just going to lightly, gently, oh, look at that. I messed up. It's okay. Right along our lash line. Nothing crazy. I'm killing this. Wow, I am doing so great. Anyway, that shows you that it's okay. I'm just going to blend that a little tiny bit with my finger. A lot of people will take their eye and stretch it out. You can do that. I don't, because you're going to wind up with a thicker, it's going to look like a thin line, and when you let your eye go, it's going to look thicker. Then we're going to grab our pencil brush. I'm going to grab either one. It doesn't matter. Whichever one you have. I'm going to grab this one. This color Innocent. And I'm just going to go right over that. That shadow right on the lid. So we're going to move on to the right eye. And for that eye, we are going to go in with our blending brush, and we are going to take a slightly more risque color, not really risque, we are going to take, let's see. Let's go in with Moonglade. Is that what that says? Moonglade. Just grab that. Give your brush a little tap. Just bring that right in the crease. That shade into the crease. We're going to tap, tap, tap. Actually, that's a little darker. I mean, a little darker, a little lighter than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to switch it up, and we are going to take Loam right here. Oh, can't even see me. Right here. We're just going to tap that in and just windshield wiper motions back and forth. Yes. I like that a little bit better. So we're going to tap that where we want it, and then blend it back and forth. I'm going to go in one more time. Like I said, dip your brush in the pan, collect some shadow, and then just tap. Whatever excess will fall off, and just back and forth again. You're just going to build that up until you get the color that you want, and you're just going to bring that right down over your lid. Okay, see how there's sort of a gradient? It's a little darker here and lighter here. If you want to make it a little darker on your eyelid to match, I quite like the way this looks. We're going to take our pencil and do the same thing on this eye. Let's not forget to take that shadow underneath. Our eye. See how it kind of looks a little shadowy down here, but then it makes my eye look a little wider open. That's cool. It's a good little side effect. Next, we'll take, now I think we'll take Moonglade and kind of do that right over that portion of the lid that we put that, just to sort of blend out that black eyeliner. Very easy, very basic, nothing hard, nothing super flashy, but so pretty. If you are feeling adventurous, we could take on our neutral eye, or both eyes, if that's what you chose to do, a nice shimmery shadow and just kind of bring a little bit of shimmer. This is fine. This is pretty. We could do this. We could do this all day. I think we will take Budding. Take it on your finger. Take whatever shimmery shadow you decided to choose in the beginning. It doesn't have to be dark. It doesn't have to be bright. It doesn't have to be super shimmery. As long as it looks a little tiny bit wet. And we're going to take that and just kind of put that right over on the top of our eyelid. It doesn't have to go everywhere, and it doesn't have to be perfect. See how it just adds a tiny bit of shine? We're going to do that again. We're not rubbing, we're just tapping. Okay? And then if it's a little bit, where's my brush? If it's a little bit stark or it doesn't look well blended, you can take that brush and just go back and forth. Not over it, but just above it. And see how we just kind of blended? Let's see if I can turn this brightness down a tiny bit so we can see this a tad bit better. See how there's just a little bit of shimmer, but not a lot. Not a little bit, but not a lot. I totally messed up the lighting now. Okay. We can still see. So on our more colorful eye, we're going to take a different shimmer, and I'm going to take Metamorphosis, which is this color right here where my middle finger is. I'm having troubles here. Right here. We're going to take some of that on our finger, and we're going to apply that. I'm sorry, I'm using my middle finger, but it's the finger I always use. We're just going to tap that even higher, more all over the lid, just to give us a little bit more shine. See how pretty that looks? You can go in back with your finger as many times as you want and just kind of tap, tap, tap that. Look at how pretty that looks. And it's not boom, it's not in your face. It's just nice and subtle, very soft, very pretty. I like it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, I think this is old school. I don't really know that many people do this anymore, but I still do because I like it. I get a lot, you guys know, those of you who know me, I get a lot of compliments on my eyeshadow. I've been stopped by people on the street asking me if I'm a makeup artist or who did my makeup. And this is something that I do almost every day. I don't do it every day, but almost every day. We're going to take our little pencil brush, and we are going to take a nice light shade. You can use that same light shade that you use to blend out your, or to kind of smudge out your eyeliner. Tap off your little extra, see all that little powder that, and just in your brow bone, like right underneath your hair, right where your eye arches, right where your eye arches, right where your eyebrow arches, just kind of put a little bit of this shadow. You can bring it all the way through if you want to. I often do. I think it just makes the eye look cleaner. I think it makes the shadow look more blended. I'm going to do the same color on both eyes because it matches my skin tone, and that's all I want. And I brought that primer all the way up, and even though you can't really see the primer anymore, I feel like that just makes my eyebrow where the arch is just sort of pop. We can also take a little bit of a shimmery shade right here in our eyebrow. We're going to do the same color on both eyes. We can just use whatever shimmery shade we had. Just highlight that inner corner. See how awake that makes my eye look. I wish I hadn't messed up. Wish I hadn't messed up the lighting. I can see it. I hope you can see it. It's right here. Next, we're going to take our eyelash curler. If you don't want to use an eyelash curler, it's totally fine. I know a lot of people are very terrified of these things. You can give yourself a black eye. So listen carefully. We are not going to just take it and squeeze as hard as we can. We're going to put our eyelash in it. We're going to close it gently. And if you feel it near your eyelid, but it's not touching your eyelid or pinching your eyelid, then you can give it a little crimp. Squeeze 1, 2, 3, kind of let it go a little bit, and then go a little bit higher on your lash. 1, 2, 3. It gave me a little bit of a little crimp there. Gonna try it on the other eye. Same thing. If you feel it touching your eyelid, don't squeeze. If you're not touching your eyelid, give it a little crimp, like almost like you're squeezing your muscles a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and just kind of drag it sort of up to the end of your eyelash, kind of crimping a little as you go. We're going to take some mascara. Take whatever mascara you like. We'll talk about mascaras, the different wands, the different types, whatever, a little later. I hate putting mascara on in front of people because I make the dumbest faces. My eyes don't like to be touched. I just touch the tip of my eyelashes on the top with my wand, and then I go up. Just drag it along your eyelash. I know some people do this very quickly. I cannot. I don't like my eyes being touched very much, even if I'm doing the touching. So just take your time. I bring it all the way, and I just make sure I feel it kind of going through the brush is going through my lashes, the bristles going through my lashes, and then just drag it up. Okay, and then I just take the tip of the wand to just kind of make those lashes look a little bit thicker, just add a little bit more product to them. And then for our lower lash line, I'm weird. I use a different mascara for my lower lash line. I don't know if you saw, I should show you. This is a very thick mascara. It's a thick wand. It's kind of like an hourglass shape wand. This wand, super skinny. I use this one for my lower lashes because my lower lashes are very fine. There's not very many of them. And that other wand doesn't grab them very well. I don't know if you saw when I first did it. I just did one kind of swipe. It didn't grab my eyelashes on the bottom at all. This is a very neutral look, very basic look, but it's still very pretty. So that was that. Take a look at your face. How do you feel? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think you could do this again? Do you think you could be a little bit more daring next time, next go around? So we grabbed that shimmery shade and we put that all over the lid, and it's not quite as much on this side. It's just really on the lash line over here. Still looks pretty. When we blink, we can see it. When we open our eyes, we can still kind of see it if the light hits it just the right way. Pretty. I like it. So when I'm done, I always look at my makeup. If it looks harsh anywhere, I'll take a brush and I'll just kind of blend out. This brush has no product on it, and I'll just kind of blend it just to make sure it looks the way I want it to look. Am I happy? Am I gonna feel like I look pretty today? FYI, don't give a crap what other people think. It's all about you. When you put your makeup on, it is for you. It is not for anyone else. It is not for people to judge you. It's all about you. How does it make you feel? And that is all. So, okay. We looked at it. We like it. We love it. We're looking pretty. We are going to go on about our we are going to go on about our business today. So I invite you to keep playing with makeup. Keep practicing. Next time we meet, we're going to do something just a little bit more. Add a little bit. We'll add another technique. I don't know why I'm stuttering all of a sudden. We'll add another technique. So stay tuned for more looks. Don't forget to like, dislike, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video, so we can come back and do this again next time with a more complicated, not complicated, but more complicated look. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you want your question or comments to be kept private, YouTube obviously is a public domain. DM me on Instagram at topicbeauty49, and I will address your comments or questions there. Hopefully, if we can address those in a video for everyone else. I would never use your name without your permission. So thanks for spending time with me. See you soon. Bye.